Hey there. Hope you're all doing well today. I know I am. Today's been a really cool day. Uh, Normally I have a little bit more of a exuberant energy. Today is a smooth energy, just not bouncing up and down. Oh, Dr. Chris, level 3 coaching, level3coaching.org. So what do I do? What do I love? What's my passion? What is my gift? What is my joy? I was speaking with a guy today. What I do is I help people that have everything and still feel empty, still don't know what they're doing, still would give anything in the world for that sense of completeness. But instead, they've been so busy chasing a dream that they forgot who they were. And then they got the dream and they still don't know who they are. They don't even know where to begin looking. So I put myself through hell. Life gave me my own versions of it. And really, it was perfectly done for me. Where I'm sitting today, I'm happy. I appreciate the small things. I'm attentive to life. I recognize that this world, when you look around you, it's not just inanimate objects. It's the world interacting with us. It's playing back the entire time. Being able to accept that it's a fully intelligent system, much, much smarter than what you see in front of you right now. And it loves to play. And if I'm not playing, it's going to keep picking at me until I start to pay attention, until I open myself up, until I'm present with my heart. It's gonna keep asking me to play. And what does that feel like? Well, in your case, it feels like that emptiness, that gnawing. You have forgotten who you are, and it's trying to remind you of that perfect self that you were at creation that's been conditioned out of you with fears, doubts, and false beliefs. Now this is targeted to people like me. People like me think they're smart. They have these minds that could just run these beautiful circles. They have this ability to argue any point, to be right, to impress everyone in the room with what they know, to be all that, to have people looking up to them, people deferring to them, because that logical, rational mind is not always telling you the truth. And the smarter you are, the more it's going to push, as it did with me, into worry, fear, anxiety, depression. And it's going to continue to spin these yarns and tell these tales of, oh my God, everything is going to fall apart. Or, oh, um, how am I going to handle this stress? Now, I was just having a conversation with a wonderful person who's way far on the path, probably farther than me. And there's, we all go through it. We're all going to hit our own relative bottom, our own personal hell that was custom made for us by us. You may not agree with that, but it doesn't make it not true. And I'm certainly not going to dig my heels in. I don't have to be right. So we've all been through it. What's the purpose? The purpose is because if we are on a path, if I'm on a path that is not authentic to me, if I'm on a path of trying to be something for someone else and not living my truth, well, life is going to have to help me. And this gentleman said back to me, well, but it does keep happening. And I'm absolutely in agreement. But when it happens later, I understand that it's done from love. I understand that it's done for me. And that changes everything because I drop my resistance and I'm able to let it go through me a lot smoother and help me to release false beliefs, doubts, and fears and to live more in the now and to live in that place of trust. You see, today's been a beautiful day. Another guy, we were doing a meditation this morning, and the reflection that he had was, how would you feel? How would you relive today if you could? That's what he asked. How would you relive today if you could? And I thought about today and I thought about yesterday. What I realized is I would relive it by giving less of my attention to Twitter, which really doesn't need my attention, and more of my attention to me and my growth, which really does. I would relive it by trusting and not just running over all of these scenarios in my head, consuming my energy and getting nowhere. I would relive it by setting my goals, by setting my intent, by setting my vibration, by setting my authenticity more. I would relive it by having the beautiful personal connections, although I did get a lot of those the past couple of days, so I'm not really. That one I did okay. I would relive it by living it 100% in trust and in faith, knowing that everything always works out for the best, even if it's not what I expect or believe I intend. I would relive it by being present, by paying attention, by not falling into that state of falseness, of inattention, of being an NPC, of falling into running on habit, of blindly just getting through my day until my head is on a pillow. I would relive it by being alive to the most of my ability. I would relive it by sharing it like I'm doing right now for you. So, what do we do? How do we do this? We do this by dropping into our heart. We do this by trusting. We do this by letting go. We do this by being present. We do this by loving. We do this by loving ourselves. We do this by acknowledging our creativity. A guy asked me the other day, what's the meaning of life? And he's hammering me on this. And I say, the meaning of life is to live. And that was not me being flippant. Then I said, the meaning of life, and he didn't like it. He thought that was too generic. Said the meaning of life is to love each other and love ourselves, to acknowledge our inner divinity. I forgot to tell him the meaning of life is to appreciate and express beauty. But none of those is really the answer anyway. The answer was, why do you keep asking me and why is it so important to you? Because when we start to look into that, where that urgency is, where that drive, that gnawing, because it's as loud as anything for people that hear it. It is bigger than anything in the world when you're feeling it. It is that drive that I would walk through fire to get the answer to. And I did. And I did. At the other side is peace, because I know that I am whole. And that's what I try to share. We are in an incredible, incredible mass awakening right now. A rising tide lifts all boats. But some people are so ossified in their belief systems, they've dropped anchor. And that rising tide is going to sink their boat because the chain is too tight. I'm here to help. Anything you want me to make a video on, let me know. I will work to make videos that help people. I'm available to do coaching. And if you like this video, like, share, subscribe. I will make an effort to create more content, but a limitation is I will only do it when I'm inspired. I will not make content for the sake of making noise. I value you and your time. There's wonderful creators out there that you can hit if you're waiting for another. One other thing that I'd love to give to you, and I will make individual videos on these, is don't let the world define you. You define the world. You define yourself. The world is defined by your relationship with yourself. It reflects it back to you. So if you're looking for someone to validate who you are, you will be disappointed. Validate yourself. Feel it in your heart. Feel that love. Feel the presence, feel that stillness, whatever you're feeling. I have recently fallen in love with breath work, just the simplest breath work, the box breathing. To make it a little more fun, I've been sending energy up and down my spine. Incredibly powerful. Easy to do. The less you try, the more you get. All you have to do is imagine it going. Don't force it, and then it opens up so much. And if it doesn't work, guess what? You needed to breathe anyway, so there's no loss. None of this involves any risk. It's all benefit. This is all here for you. The world is here to give you the experience of life in this world. The world is here to serve us, and we are here to serve the world. And we do this through serving each other. We do this through loving. We do this through being present. So, underneath all of this, that angst, that pain, that loneliness, those are all there to raise alarm that we're going in the wrong direction. Those are all there to help us to find our true and righteous path. Those are there to connect us to our faith. Those are there to bring us into our heart. So, level3coaching.org. Like and share. Dr. Chris. Love you guys. If you need to, you comment, you reach out, whatever it is, I'm here to help. Have a great one.